I've never seen anything so detailed. We're going to unscrew the bolts, and then we're going to remove the screw. Then we're going to put them in little plastic baggies so that when we have to put it all back together, everybody knows where all the pieces are. I mean, to me, it was just rambled on for, about every nut and bolt he was going to remove to justify his service charge.
Right.
But you never got to the point where he was going to have to do the service aspect of this, because you pulled out of this deal. And it's my understanding that your letter was that you were going to go in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
That direction had nothing to do with long block, short block, no block. That direction had to do with you seeking to make your boat electric.
Yes, Your Honor,
Correct or not?
that is correct.
Okay.
And
the other problem I have with you is you did this in June, and you don't go back until summer's over and say, I don't want these anymore.
But, Your Honor, there was a waiting period that was imposed by Mr. Allen because he said, I can't do this to the winter time. And I just figured I would hear from him prior to scheduling and servicing.
You also wanted to pull these off market because he called you at some point and said, I have somebody right in front of me right now who wants to buy these. If you want them, you got to buy them now.
Right.
So you wanted to pull these off market.
Not really.
Yeah. Well, if you didn't want to pull them off market, you would have let him sell it to the guy that was in the store.
I didn't want to give him money in advance, but I felt like I was being forced to.
He had a gun?
No. He said that if you want this engine process to go forward, which, we all spent a lot of work on this, you need to give me money for the engines right now.
Okay,
10 minutes,
and you did.
I think, is what he did. But the engines were changed, Your Honor. They were running on the website, and now they are not running long blocks. Another example, on page 1 of his estimate, it says 220 hours, and on the current ads, they say 0 hours.
I saw that.
So they are different, and that's the point. And long blocks may be worth $1,600. Not the $3,700 that I paid for complete running engine.
Are you advertising the same ones that he was looking to buy, or are they different?
No, they're different. And we have probably 30 engines for sale, like the engines that Ron had just mentioned for $1,600 were engines that were sitting there that had not been taken apart, taken to the machine shop like his engines were.
And then
I'm sorry, I need to clarify
That's
something.
the difference of the price.
The plaintiff said that you were selling his engines for $1,600. That's not true.
No.
Is that what you were saying? That's what you were saying?
He
That those are
advertises
your
long
engines?
blocks for $1,600.
Are those yours, or you don't know?
I have no
Okay,
idea,
you don't
Your
know.
Honor. He showed me complete running engines
But
before
he's
I
got
gave
30
him the money.
different- He's got 30 different kinds.
He didn't show me long blocks, Your Honor. He showed me complete running engines, and he gave me an invoice that does not say long blocks.
And he gave you a contract that did, and I don't think we have any more questions, so we're going to excuse the parties while we deliberate in this matter. Thank you.
I might be mistaken, but it seems to me that the plaintiff breached the understanding. You call it whatever you want. There was an understanding. There was a commitment made by the defendant that he would do this particular work. The estimate was a reflection of what that commitment would cost. And I have no doubt that the analysis of that estimate reflects the fact that these were long blocks and needed to be meshed with the parts on the existing engines. And it was a better deal for the plaintiff because a regular turnkey engine was $18,000 and he got it for $7,400.
This man's been boating, as he said, his whole life. He's owned 5 boats. There's no way he was not aware of what he was purchasing. It's mentioned, as I said, 2 times in the agreement. And the bottom line is he just changed his mind in the course of the couple of months that he was holding on to it. He decided, he probably spoke to someone and said, well, you're going to do all this? Why don't you just get the emissions control engines, go electric? That's the trend of things, so that there are less fuel emissions. And I think that's what he did. And I think he just wanted out of the contract. But he's responsible.
He knew what he was getting. It was in the initial estimate. And there's even an email from the plaintiff to the defendant acknowledging that they are long blocks. And it's like in extra big letters. You showed me 2 7.4 Merc long block engines that you have for sale. He knew all along what he was getting, and I think they went above and beyond.
So I think that we have to dismiss the complaint.
Yes.
Okay, we're unanimous.